We will be starting in next 5 minutes. I request all of you to please check with your friends and ask them to join the session as we'll start soon. We'll be starting in next 5 minutes. Make sure that all of you have joined the session. Hello, Chandrafly Pignesa. Is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am, your voice audible.
Yeah, so students will keep joining. Shall we wait another 5 minutes because we don't have orientation today, so we'll be having enough time. So what do you suggest, Chandrafly Pignesa? Shall we wait for a few minutes or shall we?
Voice I can hear, but still it is having some not clear, very clear.
Oh, now it's clear.
Now okay.
Yeah, so I'm saying students are keep joining.
Okay.
So what shall we do? Shall we wait for another 2 to 3 minutes because we don't have orientation session today. So we will be having enough time for the technical session. So as you suggest.
We can wait for 2 or 3 more minutes, ma'am. Then we can start.
Sure, because students are keep joining.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if you can answer any of their query means you can do that, ma'am, because most of them are asking whether they belong to batch 1 or batch 2.
Yeah. So,
Those
Chandrasa, if you can answer the queries, are you there in the call?
no, ma'am. I'm not sure about the Telegram groups and all, right? So
No,
most
no,
of
I'm
them.
asking Chandaswa.
Yes, Molly,
Oh,
I'm there.
If you can answer some of the questions.
Yes, already I'm starting in Q&A session. I will be following.
Okay, sure. Vignesh, sir, we are on it.
okay,
So
ma'am.
students,
Then
today we are starting with our second week. So our technical session is starting from today onwards. So today we have our first session, technical session of front-end development. So we have two batches, front-end development batch 1, front-end development batch 2. So today's session is for batch 1 students. I know that some of students are from batch 2 as well, because you have shared the links from your friend on with your friends as well. So do not worry, you can attend the session, but I request to attend your session as well. So today is front-end development session. Today is the second week starting from today itself, technical led sessions. So today and tomorrow, which means Monday and Tuesday, we are dedicating the days to front-end development. We have Vignesh sir with us, who is your mentor for front-end development. Starting time is 3:30, yes, because students are joining in. We will start in next few minutes. The timings are same, 3:30. Yes, batch 2 students can join tomorrow using the Zoom link. We will be sharing the links and everything in your respective groups. Regarding the attendance plan and learning plan, we will share this after the session. Students, I'm repeating this. We will be sharing the attendance form and the learning plan in your respective group after the session. After the session ends, we will be sharing with you the attendance form and the learning plan in your respective group. Do not worry about the attendance form and learning plan. We will be sharing it with you in your respective groups.
ma'am, and I guess student can only ask questions in Q&A and not in chat section, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
So, as I said, from today onwards, we are starting our second week. So second week is your first technical session. So Monday and Tuesday is dedicated towards front-end development. We are starting from today. The timings are 3:30. So we will be starting the session soon as we are waiting for more students to join in. So Karti Harshvardhan has asked, I'm from batch 2, but I am in Telegram batch 1. So if you are in Telegram batch 1 and you are attending this session as well, so you can mark your attendance. We will be sharing you the attendance sheet as well after the session. Timings for sessions, as I said, for every day we have the same timings, 3:30. And every day before the session, we are sharing all the details in your respective groups as well. Is it so anonymous attendee has asked, is it okay if batch 2 students attend this session? Yes, it's totally fine. But I request, because we will be sharing the attendance form and learning plan in your groups, which we have created batch. Good if you attend your batch it's fine during this session as well, but yeah, we can mark an attendance for very when we should be the attendance part. Yes, we are podcast all the recordings and respective groups. Not worry about that.
Ma'am, if you are speaking, your voice is not audible. I think I think we can start the session.
Everyone.
Ma'am,
Already
your
mentioned.
voice is breaking a lot, ma'am.
Okay, no.
Okay, okay. So, good evening, all. So, I am Vignesh. So, I am going to be the trainer for the next upcoming weeks. So, we'll be seeing the front end development part, and this is the second week for you and the first technical session. So, before getting into the technical part, to understand the audience, let's have an interactive session like let me ask you a few questions. So depend upon how you are answering and like how much you are already aware of the web development. So we can go with that flow. Okay. So what do you think as web development? What is actually a web development?
With this, just for your reference, I have enabled
Again, ma'am,
artificial.
if you are speaking, I'm not audible. You are not clear. Okay. So developing a web page. Okay, I'm getting a lot of correct. Developing a web pages and websites. Okay. Designing websites, web application in the way the user can access easily. Okay. Then what is the difference between website and a web page? When we say it is a website and when we will call it as a web page. Designing and developing pages. Okay. Can you say the difference between designing and developing? So what is web designing and web development then? Okay. I'm just okay. Lot of answers I'm getting. I'm very happy that okay. As you are all saying, a collection of web pages, we can call it as websites. And a single page, we call it as web page. Okay. So how we can divide the web? So we can actually divide them into two parts, right? So we can say we are having a front end and as well as we are having a back end. So which parts comes under the front end and which comes under the back end? If you combine both front end and back end, we generally call it as full stack. Correct. So client side. So when you say client side and we call it as front end part, and the server side we call it as the back end part. And for the front end, we use the languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? And we also use framework depend upon our requirement, right? So as I was asking you, like in website, what and all content will be there? I've taken a website or you can take it a web page. So what and all you can able to see. So generally you have told like it is a collection of web pages. So web pages means in that web pages also includes images, videos or other digital content. So when I say digital content, it can be a document or audio file, video file, even presentation, spreadsheets, Word file. So everything will be included and it can be hosted in one or several web servers, right? So generally, if you are defining a web page, so we can say it is a document. So typically written in HTML. So the main thing is it is written in the HTML. Okay. So as we are talking, web can be divided into two parts, like as we have told, front end. So in front end, we will be using the languages like HTML, CSS. So what for we use HTML? Okay. So in our session, we are going to deal with only the front end part, okay, not with the back end. So that's why I'm not explaining anything about the back end. In our session, we also see about the Bootstrap, which is a framework of the CSS. So these are the things we will be seeing in our session. Okay, web development, broadly includes developing a web page either for the World Wide Web, WWW, or it can also be created for a private network as well. Okay. Then like frameworks, if you are asking means we can have framework like AngularJS is there, React.js is there, Vue.js, jQuery. Okay, so a lot of front-end frameworks we are having. And mostly used one is like nowadays very famous is React.js. Okay. So what is HTML then? So generally HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Okay, and it is a markup language, not a programming language. So HTML, you can say it is a computer language devised to allow website creation. So these website can then be viewed by anyone else connected to the internet with the help of browser. Okay, we can use any browser and it is very easy to learn and quite powerful. Okay. Then in HTML, it consists of a set of markup tags. Completely, you'll be dealing with the markup tags. So how many of you are already from a computer background? Like you have learned this basic HTML in your school or colleges? Okay. Then it will be easy for me to, explain the concepts because you are already aware of it. Right? I'm self-learning, sir, HTML, CSS. Okay. It is easy to do self-learning also with in this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But mostly front end we can easily learn by ourselves also. It's not like we should have a pre-requirement, like we should know all this basics, then only we can able to learn. So it is not like a programming language. So anyone can learn very easily and develop a website from the scratch from day one also. Okay. Sir, will you explain briefly means I'm not that much aware because can briefly. Okay, I will try to explain everything in brief, okay, and in detail as much as possible. So if the number of audience are able to understand better means we can easily go faster. That's what I meant. We do not. Okay, it's okay, no problem. We can go with the normal phase. So as I was talking about the HTML part, so it is completely going to deal with the markup language and the output will be seen in our browser. So browser is what going to render our HTML file and going to show it as an output. Okay. So when I say tag, so it includes less than and greater than symbol. So in between, we will give the tag name, right? So in between, we are going to give the tag name, and for every tag, okay, we will have a closing tag. So this one we call it as an opening tag. Okay, for every opening tag, we will have one closing tag, and some of the tags will not have, and we will have different name for that. So whatever tag name you gave for opening, so you have to give the same name for closing the tag, but prefixed with forward slash. Okay. So in between the two tags only, we are going to give the content. So whatever content you are going to type, we are going to give it in between these tags only. So some of the tags are unclosed tags that we call it as self-closing tag as well. Okay. Generally, this tag we call it as opening tag, and this one we call it as closing tag. Okay. Or sometimes you can call it as paired, unpaired also we used to say. Like terms may differ, but the usage is going to be same. Okay. So as I told, either you can say paired tag or opening tag. So if I'm using the term interchangeably, no need to get confused. Very few tags only we are having as unpaired or closing tag. They are like we are having image tag. Okay, we'll be learning it later. Just I'm explaining the tag. So we are having an image tag, or, and then BR means break tag is there, input tag is there, and then horizontal line HR tag. Okay, like that we are having some unpaired tags or not having a closing tag. Okay, so let's directly get into the topic. And text editor. So what type of text editor so using? So people who and all told that you are already aware of the HTML part. So what text editor you are using to code HTML or Notepad? Okay, Notepad. So basic Notepad in our Windows itself is enough to write the HTML. Okay. Okay, I think most of you are using different code editors. It's fine. We can use Notepad, Notepad plus plus, Sublime, okay, Visual Studio Code. So most of them were more used to prefer a Visual Studio Code because of its lightweight, and it also provides a lot of extension. Okay, so using that extension, we can easily able to do lot of things in a less time. Okay, so here I am also going to use the Visual Studio Code only for writing my code. So if you don't know how to download the Visual Studio Code, go to the browser and simply type VS Code. So it will take you to the official page. Okay. Otherwise, wait. Let me just show you how to download it also. Is it for mobile? I prefer you to use it in system. Then only it will be easy for you to type and other things. But mobile version is also available. Like can easily do it in the mobile also, but it will not be that much convenient to use it in mobile. That's why I don't prefer using mobile. Okay, I guess my screen is visible to you all. So simply you can type VS Code. So you can find the official website code.visualstudio.com. So if you don't have any editor, you can download this editor and you can start working along with me. Okay, so download for Windows option is available. If you are using Mac or Linux system, you can download that version as well. Okay, so once you have downloaded, here what I have done is I have created one folder as day_01. So you can create any folder in any name. Okay, and I'm going to create my first file, HTML file. So what extension I have to use for creating that file? See, any file, if you are working on whether it's a programming or it is going to be a front-end development, every file is normally a text file, but the extension is going to change. So according to the extension, the behavior of the file is also going to change. Okay, so to create a HTML file, what extension we will use? Yes, either we can use .html, or in the older version, we used to have only .htm, right? So I'm creating my new file. So here you can able to see a new file option is there. Just click. And generally what name we will give for this first file which we are creating in the HTML is we used to give index.html, because if you are having 10 HTML files or 100 HTML files, if you are having also, if you are trying to execute from the browser will first check for this index.html file only. It is like a default file name, the first file which you are going to use. Okay. Just a minute. Let me share my screen once again. Wait. So in this file only, we are going to create our HTML and going to execute in our browser. So if you are using the Visual Studio Code, you might have known about the extension. So to make our work easier, you can download an extension called Live Server. Okay, so what it will do is whenever you are making any change in your file, okay, automatically it will refresh our browser, so you can able to see the output immediately. Otherwise, every time you have to open the browser and you have to refresh the page to see the changes. Okay, fine. There are a lot more extension also available, but right now only this simple extension is more than enough to execute our program. Okay, so first we are going to write the template. So we also call it as boilerplate. So the basic structure, whenever you are creating on a HTML file, this basic structure should be there. Or we can also call it as DOM, document object model. Okay, so first line we have to type is exclamatory mark doc type space HTML. So what this first line represent is, it is an HTML5. So when I say HTML5, it is the fifth version which we are currently using. So we are indicating the browser that what version of HTML I'm using it here. So that is what this doc type HTML means. Then we will use the tag. So we already seen, right? We have to use the greater than and less than symbol to create a tag. So we have to type the HTML. So in this HTML, the tags are not case sensitive, which means we can give all the tag names in caps, or we can give it in small, nothing going to happen. But it is recommended, like it is a standard that we should use smaller case, like lower case only we have to use when we are giving the tag names. Okay, so starting tag is there, and then we should have a ending tag. So whatever we are going to give should be between this HTML tag only. So this HTML tag is going to be our root tag. Okay, so inside this root tag, it will be further divided into two parts. So first part we call it as head. Okay, close the head tag. And then the second portion we call it as the body tag. So whatever output we are going to see in our browser or the web page, so that is going to be given between the body tag only. Okay, and in the head tag, we can able to give the title for our web page and all the links to the external files. It can be a JavaScript file or it can be a CSS file. So those external links, meta tags, so those information, or even we can give some styling tags inside the head tag. So those will be given in the head tag, okay, between the head tag part. The remaining all the contents which we are going to see as an output in our web browser will be seen in our in between the body tag. Okay. So before me explaining those tags, I just want to know it from you, like what are all the tags you are already familiar about? What are the tags you have already used? Okay, you should know what is tag and what is attribute. Okay, some of you are typing the attribute instead of tag name. Okay, let's start with the heading tag. Otherwise, up to here it is clear, right? So in the head tag, I'm going to give another one tag called title. Okay, so we are just going to give title to our web page. Okay, I'm just giving FED, front end development day 1. So this is what going to be our title. So right click, and then here we are having an open with live server option is there. So if you are using Sublime Text means you have to right click and open in the browser, it will show. And if you are using any other text reader, accordingly the options is going to change. So when I get click right click and give open with the live server, it will automatically try to open the page in my default browser. So default browser may change according to your own system settings. So you can use currently I'm using Brave browser. You can use Chrome, Firefox, any browser type you can able to use it. Okay. So currently my page is empty because I have not given any content. But here you can able to see in the top of my file FED day 01 it is showing. Right. This is going to be my title and the title should be given only in the heading tag. Okay. Inside the heading tag only we have to give. So this simply we can call it as a boiler plate. Okay. The basic template. We can easily create these templates by using the shortcut methods in the Visual Studio Code. We are having an extension called Emmet. Okay, just by you know typing the exclamatory mark, automatically you will get some default uh, template. Okay, here you can able to see some meta tag means information about the information, like small information will be given. So this is not necessary. And here in the HTML, they gave what language it is using. Language EN means English. Okay, in case if you are using multi-language feature in your web page, then you have to mention what language content you have given. Suppose if you are having Hindi means HI, Tamil means TA, like that, it will change accordingly. Okay. So again, it is not going to create any big difference. So this is the basic template. That is what I created and show it here. Okay. In one page we will have only one template, okay, not more than that. So I will stick with my default template. Okay. And if you want to format the page means here, if you right click means we are having an option called format document. So simply if you click that format document, automatically your you know, tags will get aligned accordingly. Okay. Okay, we were talking about basic text for comment. Okay, what is comment? So we can give some information about the code which we are typing. So later, suppose you have written the code, later you are reviewing your own code or someone else is viewing your code. So they should able to understand what and why you have written this code for. So to understand that, we used to give comments here and there to understand the code even more better. These comments will not get executed or shown in our output page. Okay, this is completely for the developer understanding. Okay, so as I mentioned, first we will start with the heading tags. So what are the heading tags we are having? Provide excuse information but not. Okay, so H1 to H6, correct. So starting from H1, okay, let me just type. Totally we are having 6 headings. So 6 heading means 6 different size, styling will be default. HTML styling will be given. So once I have typed, you can able to see the difference. Okay, so in the output we will see, to see both the output and the code. I am just minimizing the screen so you can able to see both the code and the output parallelly. So here you can able to see when I gave h1 tag for my text heading 1, so it is bold. Okay, and the font size is very high, right? But slowly it started getting reducing when I go for the H6. So my font size is very less and the boldness of the text is also lesser. Yes, H6 means the least tag and H1 means the higher tag. So if you are creating on web page, the main headings of your page will be given in the H1 part, and slowly based on your hierarchy. Okay, if you are giving the title means you will use some heading, subtitles, okay, comments. Likewise, we can give different heading for different content. Okay, please raise your voice. Okay, I'm trying to speak as loud as possible. Okay, then we are having a p tag. So p tag represent the paragraph tag. Okay, correct. We represent the paragraph tag. And one more thing, if you have noticed, means I'm giving the content in next line with different tags, and in my output also it is showing in the different line. Okay, but I'm going to the paragraph. The content which you are going to give, most of the time you will be using this paragraph tag. Okay, even if I give lot of spaces to my content, okay, I can even give some dummy text as well. Okay, see, even after giving lot of spaces, okay, paragraph tag I gave and I've given 3 enter, but still my content in the right hand side is not taken that much space, because in the paragraph tag it will not take more than one space, will not be considered. Sir, can you please show where to check to run code? See, suppose if you are not using the Visual Studio Code, go to the location where you have created the file. Okay, for example, in my case, So in my E drive, FAD folder, day one. Okay, inside that I created the index file. Okay, the moment you save the file in .html, automatically you can able to see some browser logo which will be showing. Okay, default browser logo. Otherwise, you can right click on that particular file and we will have an option called open with. In that you can choose your browser, in which browser you want to see the output. We can choose it from here. Okay. In this way, you can run your code. So once you have executed the code by this way, okay, not using the live server means every time when you make the changes, suppose I'm giving Google Chrome. Okay, so every time if I'm making changes in my Visual Studio code, my HTML code, I have to go to the browser and I have to refresh my page. Only then it will show me the output. So to make you understand, see here I'm having the Chrome, right? I'm making some changes. Suppose I'm creating another one paragraph. So if you check here in my live server, in my Brave browser, automatically the paragraph has got updated. But if I go and check my Chrome browser, see it is still not yet updated. So if I refresh my page, then automatically the updates will get updated here. Okay, that is why to save time and unnecessarily, again and again refreshing the page, we are going for the live server concept. Okay. So even if you are giving a single line content or 2 or 3 words, next time if you are giving one paragraph, it will come in the next line only. So what these type of tags are called as, or element we can say. In general, we can call it as an element also. What type of element it is? How to execute code in VS Code. That's why we cannot directly execute our code in the VS Code. That is why we are installing the extension called live server. Okay. Okay, most of you are giving the correct answer. We call these type of tags or element as block level element. So it will take the entire block of my page, web page. See, even if I make it as full screen also, it will take the entire page. Even if I reduce the content, okay, I'm giving only less content. I'm creating another one paragraph means still it will come in the next line only, not in the same line. Okay. How to know whether it is a block level element or an inline element? So another type of element we call it as inline element, where the values will come next to each other. Okay, simply right click on our web page. Okay, it can be of any web page. Simply right click and click on the inspect. Okay, so if you go to the inspect page, so here you can able to see all the HTML code which we have typed in our file, index.html file, and here you can able to see the styling part. Okay, here you can able to see in the body, the entire body is considered as a display block, and you can choose which element you want to inspect. See, when I try to inspect the paragraph element, you can able to see that blue line is taking the entire width of my page. Okay, once again I will show you. See, I just kept my cursor over the paragraph tag and you can able to see the blue area which is taking the entire width of my page, and the orange area is nothing but margin. So we will discuss about the margin and padding later session. So right now for your understanding, you can able to see it here, like how much space it has taken, what is the color of the text, what font it is using, what is the margin it has been given. So those information you can able to see it from here. Okay. Here also you can actually make changes in your page, but whatever changes you are making it here will not get stored in our actual file. It is just for our temporary purpose. Okay. If you are using Notepad, okay, you are talking about normal Notepad, right? Or Notepad plus plus. If you are using normal Notepad also, no issue. As I already told, save the file in .html. Okay, and go to the folder where you are stored your file. Then double click on the file. So automatically it will open in your default browser, or right click and choose which browser you want to see the output open with, and you have to choose your browser. Only thing is, every time you make a change in your notepad, kindly go and refresh your page. Okay. Actually, we are also having one trick. Like we can make our page to auto refresh. Every time we can make our page to auto refresh also. Okay. So for that, what you can do? Suppose whoever is using a notepad plus plus. So those students, what they can do is, okay, in the head, okay, in the head tag, we are having one metadata. Okay, I will make this full screen. Okay, not for all, like whoever is using the notepad plus plus, or whoever instead of refreshing the page again and again, we can use that meta tag http eq. Okay, here you have to mention it as refresh. Okay, and then we have to give the content, and here we have to mention for every second how much seconds you want to refresh your page. If I'm saying for every 5 seconds I want to refresh my page, means you can give 5, means every 5 seconds your page will get refreshed. So you don't need to refresh the page and check every time. Okay, simply you can make the changes in your index.html file, save the file and wait for 5 seconds. Automatically your web page will get updated. Okay, this is the simple trick we can use if you want. Okay, I don't need this trick because I'm using the live server. Okay, so we have seen the paragraph tag. Next, so we these are all block level elements. So heading tag, paragraph tags, and all block level element. Then can anyone say example for inline elements? So we are actually having two types. Okay, heading tag, paragraph tag. So these are known as elements. Then another type we call it as inline elements. Button, image, okay, anchor tag. So those and all will come under the span super. Those and all will come in the inline part. Okay, LI will not come under inline, I guess, because if you are giving order list, unorder list, and then you are giving LI, means it will come in next line only, right? It will not come in the same line. Simply to make you understand, inline means all the elements will be placed in the same line. If I say block, means each element will be placed in the next line. So that is the difference. Okay, so BR is not an inline element, Teju. Okay, BR is for breaking the line. Okay, BR also I will explain. It is a self-closing tag, right? Suppose I want to break a single para into multiple para. Okay, then what we can do, instead of creating multiple paragraph tag, I'm planning to use the same paragraph tag I want. Okay, this one single paragraph only I want to use, but I want it in multiple paras. So in that case, what we can do is simply we can use the BR tag. So this will break the content. Okay, if I go and check my output, see it is coming in the next line. Okay, if I give 2 BR, then I will get 2 enter. Like assume that it is like a enter. Okay, see I'm getting enough space. If I check my inspect, these 2 paragraph are tagged under a single paragraph tag, p tag only. Yes, session recordings are available, like no need to worry about it. Okay, so paragraph tag is there. Correct. So the inline tag will take as much length of the content. Okay, if the content is too big means obviously it will go to the next line. Okay, side by side. Okay, then let's talk about the attributes also. So what is attribute? So attributes are nothing but the additional information about the element. So each element will have their own attributes. Okay. Properties, additional property of an element. Okay. For example, if I'm creating an anchor tag, okay, anchor tag is a self-closing tag, right? I'm creating an anchor tag. Here you can able to see href is there. So what is the full form for href? Href is an attribute character. So every attribute will have a name, then equal to, then in the double quotes, we have to give the value. Correct. Hyperlink, hyperreference, hyperlink reference, everything is correct on it. Okay. So here we will give the link. Okay. Whenever I click the particular text, okay, I'm just giving one content. Okay. Anchor tag. Okay. And I'm seeing my output. So in my output, you can able to see in the bottom anchor tag is given and automatically it is having, different color is there, underline is there. Okay. Right now, if I click means it will not show any output. Okay. Because I have not given any value in this href. Okay, if I want means I can refer another page. Okay, another HTML page I can refer, or I can able to refer any images is there means I can refer the image, video, audio, any files I can able to refer. Okay, suppose I want to connect YouTube. Okay, suppose YouTube is there and I want to connect the YouTube information. Okay, simply I just have to copy the URL of that particular web page and paste it here. So we have to paste the complete link here. So HTTPS, which means the hypertext transfer protocol with secured, and then www.youtube.com. Any .com we can give. And I'm just taking the anchor tag to YouTube homepage. Okay. So now if I click that particular link, automatically it will open my youtube.com. Okay. In the same page. Okay, it is getting overridden in my same page itself, right? Suppose I'm when in some places you might have seen. Okay, if you click on the link means it will open in a new tab. Can easily open it by right click on that particular link and you can click open link in a new tab. But automatically it has to open in a new tab. Then what attribute we have to use? Correct. We have to use target equal to, in quotes we have to give underscore blank. Okay, so everything we should give it in the anchor tag itself. Okay, that start tag itself. Okay, so target equal to, in double quotes we have to give underscore blank. So if you give this attribute and you go to the YouTube homepage, if you click on that means automatically it will open the page in the new tab. Okay, right, most of you are answering, so it is making my work very easy. Okay, Similarly, if you want to create an image tag, okay. So for image, we use img. So what are all the attributes in the image tag is src. So src means source. Okay. So in the source, a- again, we have to give the link to that particular file. Okay. If you are already having the file downloaded in your location, then we can link to that particular file, or you can link a online file as well. So to save the time, I'm just going for the online file. Okay. Mm, okay, there's a website called unsplash.com where you can download, free, not copyrighted, images to your page. Okay, either you can download or copy the link. Here we are having a free download option is there. Okay, in which size you want, you can choose the size as well, small, medium, large, or original size. Okay, I'm just downloading it in original size. We want to use it directly means, so the location where my file is there, I'm just going to place it there, day one, and I'm changing the file name to mm, image. Okay, and we should know what file format it is. So it is JPEG file format, because whenever you are giving the file name, the extension of the file is also important. Okay, so source, you can check in my editor whether the file has been added or not. So here it has been added, image.jpg. So that is what I'm going to give it here. So image.jpg. So what does this ALT refer to? So we can call it as alternate text. Suppose that particular file is missing, then in that place, what text has to be displayed? So right now I have downloaded a flower image, right? So flower image like that I'm giving. Okay, let us see the output first. See, my image is getting displayed here, but the size of the image is too big because I have downloaded a big size image, right? In case the image is missing, okay, the path is missing or the file is missing, okay, instead of giving image, I've given another name like image one. Then in that case, if you go and check your file location, see, instead of the image, it is showing the flower image, which is nothing but the alternate text we have given it here. And this alternate text is not only used for this purpose, but also it will help for the visually challenged people in case if they are giving the loud feature, like which can able to read the text in our web page. In that case, it will read the text present in the alternate text only. Okay, because they can't able to see the text, right? Why used target? So I have used target to open the link, the content of the link in a new page. Okay. I have showed you also, right? When I click the YouTube home page, you can able to see the YouTube is opening in a new page. Okay, to make it happen only, I have used this target is equal to blank. If I have not used it means it will open in the same page itself, the parent page itself, it will open and you have to click the back button to go back to your previous page. SRC means source. Okay, where is the source image located? Okay, here this path I have given, right? Whether this is an absolute path or relative path, or can you explain what is absolute path and the relative path? So what is absolute path and relative path? Whether I have given an absolute path or relative path. Okay, I gave a relative path. Suppose I am creating one folder here, okay, and I'm giving the folder name as pics, okay, or pictures. So inside that folder, I'm placing the image.jpg. Okay. So now say here automatically the image will get removed. Okay. I will change the image name. Now, can anyone say what should I have to give to get my image in my web page? Okay, I have created one folder called pictures. Inside the folder, I have placed my image.jpg using the relative path method. How to give? Okay, I have changed PACS to pictures. Okay, in short, we can give it as PAC. Correct. We have to give the folder name. Okay, or some people used to give dot slash also, so it is will also work. So slash represent the current directory, and then we have to give the folder name. So inside the folder we are having the file as image.jpg. So now if you check my output, you can able to see my output here. The file size is too big, that's why it is going out of range. So to restrict the size, we can give other attributes like width and height. So width, I'm giving 100. Okay. And then height. Here you don't need to specify the unit of width and height. Okay. But if you are going for the CSS, that time you have to mention the, you know, units. Okay. So width and height I have given 100. That side is showing it too small. Okay. You can increase the width and height to display it in different sizes. Okay, again, this is also some common attributes available. Okay, you don't need to mention px pixel. You don't need to mention it here. Automatically, it will understand it. Okay, this we can say it as relative path. If I say absolute path, then we will start it from the beginning of the directory. Like for example, my file is located in this place, right? So in the top, we can able to see the address bar. If I click means here it is showing my file is located in the E drive. Inside the D drive FED folder. Inside the FED folder day one. Inside the day one folder pictures is there. So inside that I'm having the image.jpg file. So if I'm giving this complete path, then I will call that as an absolute path, or in short some people used to use it with dot slash. So if you are already aware of that, means we can give the dot slash. So otherwise we can go with this method itself. Okay, both will work. Okay, but mostly people not prefer this absolute path. Why? Because they are giving absolute path. Okay, in my system it will work. Okay, but if I go to the another system, then that path may not work properly because I will store my image in different location. You will be storing your image file in the different location. So if you try to run the program without making any changes, not program, this HTML file without making any changes, then it will create a issue. Okay, so to avoid that only, most of the case we used to go for the relative path. So without making any changes, we can able to run the code as we expect. Okay. So let me go with the relative path. But later you will be learning about what is the difference between absolute position, what is the relative position and all. So that time you will understand the difference even more better. Dot slash means current directory. Okay, if you are not giving that also, it will work. So directly if you are typing pictures slash image.jpg also, it will work. But the moment I gave dot slash, here you can able to see in that current directory what and all present it is showing. In my current directory, I'm having index.html and then pictures folder. So I'm choosing the pictures. Then the moment I click the pictures folder, I'm having only one image. So that image.jpg is shown. If I'm having multiple image means from there I can choose it. So these are some of the advantage of Visual Studio Code. You can easily pick the folder and file from the Visual Studio Code editor. Whereas in other places, we have to manually type. We should know the correct path and all. yes, we can easily pick what we want. Mm. So that we will not make any mistake. Like if you are given the wrong path means you can able to know, okay, that file is not present in that particular folder. We are in the wrong directory. So everything we can able to understand. So please explain how to use the VS Code. How to use means what are the features you are expecting from the VS Code. So as I told, this is also one of the special feature of this Visual Studio Code, which may not be present in all other editors. What is alt? Alt means alternate text. Okay, live server. Okay, live server you can download it from the extension. Here you can able to see one icon. You click that icon, type live server, and you can install it. Okay, I have already installed. That's why it is showing disable and uninstall. Otherwise, it will show install like this. It will show. Click on this live server, not on any other thing. Okay. Can you show us your extensions, sir? I have already having a lot of extensions, because I'm working on different, languages, different projects. If you see my extensions, okay, if you want to see my extension means, so these are the some of the extension I have used, okay, to save my time. Like I'm having Bootstrap 5, quick snippet is there. Composer, I'm using PHP, so for that I'm using the Composer. If you're using Python means you may need this Jupyter. Okay, live server is there, PHP related extension is there, Python related extension. So like this, it is having very less. The more extension you are having, it doesn't mean you can write the code very fast. You just need to know the usage of it and how to use it. Okay. Yes, you can use the shortcut key. Like if you want to run the live server, you can use Alt plus L or Alt plus O. Okay. Sir, if we attend both the technical session, can we complete the project review or just actually for the project we will be providing you some pre-recorded videos. This technical session will give you an idea, like whoever is not having an complete base, not having, they will get some insight from it, and you can easily create the project by seeing the pre-recorded video as well as the sessions which you are learning from the technical session. Okay, it will be very easy to create the project once you understood the basic clearly. Okay. Did okay. I don't think you have not. We have not yet discussed about the project. What project you are all going to do and all. Okay, maybe before the end of the session we can discuss about that. Okay. So as per the path, learning path, first we are dealing with the HTML. Then we can go with the CSS part. So I will try to complete the CSS also in the session itself. And then in the next session, we will be seeing about. I'm not sure whether the learning plan has been discussed with you all or not. It's okay. Like this week, we will be dealing with HTML and CSS. Next week, we can see JavaScript and Bootstrap, okay, CSS framework. Then another week, before that, we will give you the pre-recorded session videos for the project. So we'll be watching it and recreating the project. If we are having any doubt in that particular project, anything means we can have a Q&A session, okay, in that next week. So if you are still facing difficulty or not able to complete the project on time means, then we will have another one session also to discuss, because the strength of each batch is very high, so it will take a lot of time. We cannot give individual attention to each and everyone. So whoever is facing the common issue, like frequently asked the question, anything is there means, we will discuss in the upcoming classes. Okay. Yes, The session will get automatically recorded, and you will get the session recording, later after completing the session. Okay. So attendance, other things and all, you will get it in your respective group. Okay, right now we don't need to worry about the attendance and all. You can currently focus on the technical part alone. Okay. Then, do you have any idea about semantic tags? Okay. Which tags and all we call it as semantic tags, or what is semantic tag? Semantic tags, any idea? Okay. Some of you know what it is, and some of you are not knowing. It's okay. Okay. Before semantic tags coming into the play, okay, we generally use two tags. Okay, one will be the div tag, okay, and another one will be the span tag. Okay. So div tag, it is a block level element, and span tag is an inline element. So whatever content you want to give, you will give either in the div or in the span. Okay. So what happened is it became very difficult for the developer as well as the browser to understand what is the content which is actually given inside the tag, because one div tag you can use it for, you know give the images, another div tag you can give it for another content, navigation bar, footer, everything we can give in a single div tag, right? That become very difficult even for a developer, and also to increase the search engine optimization. Okay, because whatever you are searching in a web page, you are getting a best result, right? So that is possible with the help of this semantic tags. So it is a clear description or a meaning given to a tag, which will help the browser as well as the developer to understand it very clearly. Okay, so to avoid using the div and span in all the places, they replace it with some other tags. It will logically give you meaning, but does not make any big difference in your browser. Okay, for example, suppose I'm giving div, okay, div tag. And then instead of div, I'm using one header tag. Okay, we are having a tag called header. And if I go and check my output, physically you will not see any change. Okay, see, it will looks like normal tags only, but logically we are dividing it. Okay, logically we are giving some meaning to our tag. So if you right click and going to the inspect page, you can able to understand, okay, header tag means inside the header tag we will give the navigation, sliding slideshow, banner. So those information we can give in the header tag. When I come to the navigation bar, you will give the all the menus, okay, logo, everything will come under the navigation part. If I say one section, okay, section will have a name. Inside the section you can give some description, so that and all will come under the section part. Article, footer, so many tags are available. Okay, some of the tags are, one of the tag is header. Okay, we can create a structure also with the help of this semantic tag. For example, header tag is here, right? And then we can give inside the header tag itself, I can give nav tag. Okay, let me delete this. So NAV means navigation bar. Okay, so nav tab we used to say. So inside this, mostly we used to give the menus, home, about those things we used to give it here by using the order and unordered list. Okay, we have not yet seen the order and unordered list, so that's why I'm not explaining it. And then we can give header content. Then we can give main. So main content of your page will be given in the main, inside the main tag. Okay. Then inside the main tag, we can have section. We can have multiple sections. We can have. Okay. So in each section, we can give article if you want. So likewise, we can create various things. Article we can create in one section. Okay, aside. So likewise, we are having various tags. We are having figure. Suppose image tag, I have given it here, right? We can wrap this image tag also with the help of figure. Okay, so inside the figure tag, we will give this image. Okay, and we can have another one tag called fig caption. So using the fig caption, we can give the caption to our image. Okay, see image, and then the image tag is wrapped with the figure, and then this is figure caption. Likewise, we are having summary, time. Suppose you want to give the time means we can give time. Mark is there. Okay, suppose you want to highlight some text. This and all mark. Can use the mark tag. See, automatically it will highlight the text. So these are all the benefit of using the semantic tags. Okay. Finally, we can give the footer section also. Header, main. Inside the main, I have given the section, article. Okay, or we can give section aside. After the main, if you want means, you can add footer. Instead of simply using div, span, we can give these type of tags. Okay. Again, this is also a simple template like that I have created and gave it to you. Fine. Next. Next, we can see what are the types of list available in our HTML. So what are the list types you are aware of? Footer means like end part. So suppose I'm taking one page. See, this page you all able to see, right? So what I can call is this header part. Okay, inside the header itself, I can give navbar, right? So this area I can take it as a header part. Okay, in that I'm having a logo, search bar is there, and then lot of menus are given, login, submit, lot of features are given. So this comes under the navigation part. So how many, whenever I click one particular topic, those images will be displayed here. So up to here, we can call it as the nav bar. In total, we can wrap it with header part. And this portion, we say it as the main, okay, main tag. So all the images, we can give it in the main tag. So in the bottom, mostly in the page, we used to have a bottom section, right? Where you used to see the copyright. I don't think here we are not having. So instead of giving it in the bottom, they gave it here. Or some other page, we can go like okay, some Disney. See here in the Disney page, if you means the bottom section is there, right? The company, uh, you know, the social media icon, the app, download icons, help desk. So those portion we call it as the footer part, because the header and the footer part most of the time is going to be same in all the pages, right? Because even if I go to any other movies or anything means the header and footer portion is going to remain the same. So this is not going to change. So that is why we call it as header footer. Okay, mostly that copyright, social media, um, contact, those things will come under the footer part. Okay. I asked a question like, you know, what are all the different types of lists are there in our HTML? So we are having ordered list, unordered list, and we are also having another type of list, which is definition list, correct? Okay, but most of the time we will be dealing with the order or unordered list. So definition list, we will be using it very rarely. Okay. So if we go for the order, like when we go for the order and when we go for the unordered list, suppose we are having a list of items, it doesn't need to be in a specific order. Okay, then we can go for the unordered list. So most of the unordered list item will be by default will be mentioned with the what bullet symbol. Okay, let me go with an unordered list. So in short, we call it as OL. Okay, and whatever items you are going to list it out, that we have to give it with LI. Okay, we have to use the LI tag. So inside that, if you want me, you can use anchor tag or not needed. Okay, what this anchor tag will help you is, if you click on that particular link means it will take you to another page. Okay, we can give a tag inside the another tag also. Okay, descriptive or definition list, anything we can say. No need to confuse. Okay. DDDL. Okay. This is order list. Okay, one item I have given. Similarly, if I want to give multiple items means mostly we will use this unordered list to create a navigation page. Okay, that is why I'm giving like this. Home, about, contact. Okay, suppose if you are having blog, services. So those information if you want to give means we will use this unordered list. Let me go and see the output. Guys, I will split the screen like this so you can able to see the output immediately. Okay, see, I have given OL, sorry, I have given OL. They are giving UL, unordered list. It will come in bullet points and it will come in the next line. Okay. So any idea about attributes of list or for the unordered list? So we can able to change the style. Suppose I don't want the bullet, okay, for unordered. Then we can give style. Okay, like style will come under the CSS part. Okay, so when I explain you the CSS, I may explain you that. Other than that, we used to have type. Okay, depend upon what type of value you want to place. Everything will be available for order list. Okay, this is unordered, right? Suppose I'm creating an ordered list. Okay, say in LI. Suppose if you are giving instruction, that should be in an order, right? So like that we can create. So it will come in number 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. It will come with numbers. So here you can give a attribute like type. Okay, so we can have different types, like either you want it in number, so we can give 1, or by default it is going to take the 1. If you want, instead of number, you want it in ABCD format, means you just have to give capital A. Okay, the moment you give capital A, see, automatically it will change from ABCD. Okay, instead of ABCD, I want it in Roman, means either you can use capital I or you can use the small I. Small I means like that small Roman numbers will come. If you give caps, means capital Roman will come. Okay, instead of giving capital I, if I'm giving small I, means, so accordingly I will get the output. Okay, this is type. Suppose I want to start the value. I don't want to start from 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose I want to start it from 10, okay, 15, like that, means along with the type, we can use another attribute called start. So here you can mention from which number you want to start. Here we have to give it in number only. Okay, automatically based on the type, it will change. Okay, see, I gave start as 5. So in the Roman 5, this symbol only we will be using. Okay, if I am using ABCD, okay, fifth character it will take, fifth letter, from fifth letter it will start A B C E. So from E it will start. Okay, so these are all the advantage of using ordered list. Okay, so all the items should be given in the LI only. We can also create nested list also. Okay, suppose inside an order list, if you want to create an unordered list, that is also possible. Okay, nested list also possible. Suppose I want to create a, okay, what I'm doing, second, third, fourth item, I'm putting it in an unordered list. So simply start an unordered list. Okay, place the all the items here. Let me comment remaining portion so it may execute it a bit faster. Okay, so the semantic tags and all, I will just remove it. Okay, so right now we are having only the list. See, inside the E, automatically, here you can able to see it is not showing the default bullet symbol, but it is showing like a circle. So likewise, here also in an unordered list, if you are creating another one unordered list. Okay, suppose after the about I'm creating. See, automatically it will change the style. Okay, and the indentation also we can able to see it here. Automatically it will indent the text. So we will know which text comes under which part. Okay, if I'm changing unordered to order. So ordered list I will get. Clear? Please check the last. So please explain about what is extra. Here href is equal to this hash you are talking about, right? Mostly we used to give ID. Okay, we used to give ID to refer the file. Okay, so whenever you are creating an ID for an element, we will use this hashtag. Okay, hashtag and then the name of the ID we used to give. Okay, that is why it is showing the hashtag. Right now it is nothing is there, right? If I try to click on the home or about any page, it will run on the same page only. Okay, in case if I'm having any page linked to it, Okay. We have talked about the attribute, right? Every element will have two attribute by default, which is class, and the another one is ID. Okay. Hmm. Where can I give? Okay. Suppose here I'm creating one paragraph tag. Okay. Here, if I'm giving ID as home, okay. Here, what I have to do is I have to use this hashtag and then I have to give the ID name home. So next time, if I click on the home tag, see, automatically it will go to that particular page. Okay. So to make you to understand, what I will do is okay, let me create multiple paragraph in the same page. Okay, without the ID. ID is like unique name we are giving to that particular element. Okay. Right now, if you see me, this is my home. Okay, assume that this is my home section. Okay. Now I'm in the top of the page. So if I click the home, automatically it will move to the home section. Okay, right now it is showing in the bottom because there is no any paragraph below the home section. Otherwise, it will show in the top of my page. Okay, that also I will show. Suppose if I am having two more paragraph next to my home page. Okay, if I'm clicking on the home tag, see automatically the home section is showing in the top of my page. So likewise, we can link any page. So here I have given home. Suppose I want to use the about here means ID. Okay, about. The only thing you need to remember is for each element, we can have only one ID. Okay, and inside also we can give only one name for that particular element. Okay, but whereas we can have multiple class name, and for each element we can have both ID as well as classes. For the same element paragraph tag, I can also have class, I can also have ID also. Okay, class I'm giving it as okay, new para. This is going to be my class name. So later in the CSS part, we will refer this ID or class to fetch the data. Okay. We can also have multiple class name also. So new para I can give okay, and then red para something. I can give any number of class names separated by space only. Okay, we will not use any separator. So later what I can do is I can use this ID or the class name and I can style my CSS. Okay, like my style my HTML element. Okay. Okay, if you want me, we can see the CSS part also parallelly. So CSS is used for styling the page. Okay. So if I want to do some styling part. So three different way we can able to style our page. Either you can use the inline style method or internal style method. And third is external style sheet we can able to use. So when I say inline, inside the tag itself, we can use an attribute called style. Okay, here itself, suppose I will remove this. Okay, I can use the attribute called style, and inside the style I have to specify what style I'm going to give. Suppose color I'm going to give means color COLOR only, not COLOUR. Okay, color, and we can give for the color also we can use different method, like we can use RGB color method, or we can use the color name, or we can give the hexadecimal code. So everything it will accept. Okay, color I'm giving it as suppose red. So automatically that para alone will change to red color. Okay. And separated by semicolon. If I have to give semicolon, then I can give another, property. Suppose background, if I'm giving means either I can give background or background color. Okay, to understand, I will give it as background color. Okay, background color, I want um, some golden color, something I'm giving means, see, like that it will give some background color. Likewise, we can add how many style property you want, you can add with along with the value. Every style we have to, end with semicolon. But what problem you will get is we are having so many paragraph, right? If I'm doing the styling in this particular paragraph, I want to use the same styling in another paragraph. Again and again, I want to copy this style into that paragraph. And if I'm giving more than 4, 5, or 10 style property, if I'm giving means the length of the code also will get, big and it will get messy. So to avoid that only, what we will do is we'll go to the header part. Okay, the head section we have seen, right? Here we will give the style tag. Okay, inside the style we will put all the style property, but we have to mention the selector. We have to select the particular tag. Okay, and then we have to give the properties. Okay, so I have given p tag and then I'm copying the styles from here. Okay, since I have mentioned only p tag, all the paragraph tag will get applied. Okay, we are having various types of selector also. So that also I will explain. If you know means you can put it in the chat section, like what are all the selectors we are having. So it will be easy for me to explain. Okay, now if you see means for all the paragraph, it has got applied. So what selector it is? No, okay. Universal selector is there, class selector is there, ID selector is there. Right now, what selector I have used? I have used tag selector. So directly I have given the tag name and I have used it in my code. So this type of selector we call it as tag selector. Okay. Here comment will change. So in HTML we saw different comment and here we are using different comment. So this is tag selector. Okay. Suppose if I want to select based on the ID means, then I have what I have to use is ID selector. I have created an ID for one particular paragraph, right? See here. Okay, otherwise I will use this ID. My para. Okay, this is my ID. So here what I have to do is I have to use that hashtag and then the ID name. So my ID, my para. Okay, that is my ID name. Now if I want to make some changes in the color, okay, here it has been applied for all the paragraph, but right now I have selected only one paragraph and I'm going to select change the color. Okay, I'm going to give color as blue and I'm going to change the background color as okay, aqua. If you check my output, see for that particular paragraph alone, whatever color and background I have given, it got overwritten. Okay, so how it is possible based on the hierarchy, like each is having a priority. In that, ID will get the highest priority. Okay, ID, then we can have the tags ID, then class, then tag selector. Okay, then next type of selector is class selector. Okay, so based on the class name, if I want to select or make some changes means, then we have to give dot. Okay, here if you see means I created one class as new para, right? So we have to give dot and then the class name, then open and close curly bracket. Now we have to give the different styling. Suppose I'm giving padding. Okay, padding 10 pixel. Okay, for that para alone, if you see means it has given padding. See, remaining paragraph and all it is coming in very edge, right? But here if you see means we are getting space all around my text. Okay, if I increase to 10 to 50, maybe you can able to see clear change. See, lot of space I'm getting inside my box. Okay, we can take it consider it as a box means inside the text I'm getting. Okay, mostly people will get confused between a padding and then margin. So what is the difference between padding and margin? Yes, we can give width, height, we can give margin, we can give border. Correct. Outside the border area or outside the box, we call it as margin, and inside the box, inside the margin area, we call it as sorry, inside the border area, we call it as padding. Okay. So to know the structure, go to the inspect part. Okay, inspect this particular para. See here, you can able to see. The moment I click here, you can able to see. This 864 it is showing, right? This is the content. The actual content is here. Padding, I gave 50, right? So all four sides got 50. And then I have not given any border. So that's why it is not showing any border. And default margin for top and bottom, it is giving 16 pixel. Okay. That orange area is 16 pixel. No border is there. Padding, that green area is the padding area. Okay. And this is the content which we are having. Okay. Jaladurgam, yes, we are having so many selectors. Um, but we are dealing with the basic selectors only right now. And we are having an universal selector. Okay, when I say universal selector, we simply have to use star. So the moment I give star, so this will consider as an universal selector. Okay, suppose I'm giving border. Okay, border, and we are having like pattern is there. First, we have to give the border pixel, like 1 pixel. Then we have to give border style, which is I'm giving solid, and we have to give color of the border. Okay. Now if you go and check my output, see for each and every element, I got a border with 1 pixel solid red. Okay. Because I have used universal selector. Okay. Similarly, we can able to change background color for each element is or as you like that I'm giving means okay, otherwise some bright here you can able to see some color change, right? Otherwise I can give bright color also. Okay, suppose I'm giving orange. See, for each and every element the background has been changed to orange because body also will be getting included in that universal selector. Okay. Likewise, we are having group selector. When we will say group selector is, suppose we want to perform the same styling operation for, you know, different tags or different ID or classes, but same value we are going to use means that time we can use the universal selector. Sorry, not group selector we can use. Mm. Mm. For all anchor tag as well as some other tag, let me take. Mm. P tag I'm taking. Okay, anchor tag and P tag. So likewise, multiple tag we can give. Either we can give the ID name also, class name also, but separated by comma. Okay, let me command this universal selector. Okay, then only you can able to see the change. So for anchor tag and paragraph tag, okay, I'm giving text align, or we can use text decoration. Right now I'm giving text align center. Okay, so all the paragraph tag and anchor tag will come to the center alignment. Okay, here if you want means you can specify the ID also, class also. Okay, everything will be working. So this type of selector we call it as group selector. Okay, then pseudo class selector is there, pseudo element selector is there. For example, in the anchor tag, in the anchor tag itself, we are having link is there. Okay, and then in the anchor tag itself, H over effect is there. sorry. Or we can have visited. Once you have visited a particular site, how the color has to be changed. Like this, we are having various options are available. Okay. By default, it will be in blue color and it will have an underline. Okay. But you can change. Okay. As I have already told, we can use this. We are having unordered list also is there, right? We want to change the unordered list type. Okay. Suppose I want to change the unordered list type. Simply give UL unordered list. Okay. We are having list style type on properties there. We give none means see all the bullet has been removed. Okay. Otherwise you can give circle. Okay. Square is there. Likewise, you can give various options. These are all default value. We cannot give like random values. Square is there, disk is there. Okay, disk is the default method. Okay, this is for list. Next, we can see forms or we can see list table. Okay, table will be a little bit easier to do. Let's create some tables. Comment all this paragraph tag. So for creating a table, we have to use a tag called table tag. So inside that, whenever you are creating a table, we have to use based on the row. So we will give even in the table also we are having some semantic tag. We are having a T head, T body, and then T foot is there. Like T head, we will give the headings of the table, and T body we will give the content of the table, and T foot if you are having any footer section means we can give that also. So I will use that tag also. T head. Okay, inside that I'm going to use tr. So tr means table row. Okay, first row I'm taking. In that th means table heading. Okay, so name, description. Okay, like that example. So like that I'm creating multiple table. But here if you see means it doesn't look like a table, right? A table means you should have a border. So to get the border, what you can do is simply here itself we can give border 1. If you are giving means automatically it will give you border, and then border collapse everything is there, but it is a deprecated one. We are not supposed to use it in HTML file. So where to use it, we just have to use it in the CSS part. Okay, so to do that, going to the CSS, here I will give the table tag. Border collapse will be there. So only if you are giving border collapse as collapse, then only it will not come in a double line. Otherwise, we'll get double lines. Okay. So border. See, it is coming like this. Border collapse I have removed. I have given it only for table, right? Table, tr, th. So this is also another one example for group selector. Okay, see, I have given table, tr, th for everything. Border should be 2 pixels. So 2 pixel is too big means one can give 1 pixel. And border collapse, I have given it as collapse. If I am not giving this means, what will happen is you will get this double, double border. Okay, it depends. If you want to keep it with double border means you can keep it as it is. Otherwise, you can go for the border collapse as collapse. Assignment, what assignment you are talking about? Most of you are told, like, can you repeat the assignment, sir? I didn't talk anything about the assignment, I guess. My final project. Can we talk about the final project in next session? Otherwise, it's just yes, everyone will get the same project only. Though we can construct a web page with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, what is the use of the framework? See, framework is like an ready-made content. So all the required, dependencies, everything will be available in the framework. So all you need to do is you just going to use those, and then you are going to create a page. So it will reduce the lines of code you are writing. It will improve the code and efficiency of the code, execution time, everything it will save. That is why we are going for the framework. Okay, and with the help of only by HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, every time you have to create from the scratch, and we cannot create that much efficient page. We can, but lot of features will be by default available in the framework, like lot of dependencies, like how in the Visual Studio Code we are having lot of extension, so it is helping us to reduce the time. So likewise, they will also have some set of dependencies to reduce our time. Okay, execution time will be faster, loading time will be very faster. Okay. Okay. I think for you, project will be creating your own portfolio website. Okay, you have to create your own portfolio. So that is going to be the project. Everyone has to do the same project. Okay, not different project. Okay, so the project title is portfolio. Notes, any separate notes and all, I'm not having anything. Maybe you can refer from the different website, like lot of resources are available in the online if you search for front-end development or only with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, or you can go with their own documentation like div.io. Sorry. You can go to their official page also and you can search like lot of. So you can refer from this particular website also. Okay, for each and every tag they will be given with an real-time example with some code, everything they would be given for HTML, CSS. Okay. See HTML, CSS, JavaScript, HTTP, web API, everything it is available. Okay. So you can refer this particular web page. Okay. So as I mentioned, for project, you have to do the portfolio. Maybe in upcoming session, I will explain you like from where you have to watch the pre-recorded videos and do the project. Okay. Ma'am, are you there, ma'am?
Yes, Vignesh.
Sir, do I need to share the pre-recorded
Attendance link, no?
attendance is there? That I think it will be shared in their respective groups, right?
Yes, it's both recordings and attendance will be sharing in respective groups, only not in chat box.
Okay. Now for project, there will be a pre-recorded video will be
Video.
there. That link, do I need to share it with them now or I can share it in the upcoming session?
That thing also I don't know, I will discuss. Mauli is the better person.
Oh,
to-
no, no. It means you don't have to share it now. We will share in the respective
Your voice is not clear. Molly.
My voice is not clear. Now? Now is my voice clear?
No, ma'am, very low.
Hello? Okay, so you don't have to share the recorded version or anything here. We will be sharing this in their respective group itself.
Okay, then fine. So students, as ma'am informed, you will be getting those links to the pre-recorded videos, everything will be there. From there, I will just show you like in that 3 projects will be there, but you have to be doing that the portfolio website project. Remaining 2 is for your practice purpose. Okay, there will be a, recreation of Bootstrap online editor will be there, and another one simple web page creation will be there. So everything you just have to watch it and you try to practice. Okay, maybe after 2-3 weeks we will have a separate session for discussing Q&A. So in that session we will discuss like if you are facing any difficulty in creating the code or not able to understand a particular concept, then we will discuss about that concept again. Okay. That attendance link and recordings will be shared with you in your respective groups. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that part. That and all we will inform you later how to submit the project, where to submit it, everything we will inform you. So if you have any doubts in the topics which you have discussed in the today's session, you can put it in the chat. Okay, attendance, no need to ask about attendance and other things. I think you have to complete all the courses which you have given in the skill build platform.
Vignesh, can you
Students, the
clarify?
attendance and the learning plan we are going to share in your respective group. I have told this earlier as well. The attendance form for today's session and the learning plan we are going to share after this session in your respective group. Then you can fill and you can complete the learning plan. Yes, Chanbasa, I was saying something.
Yeah, same thing. How many videos we will going to share? That thing Ignesh needs to clarify to student. That's what I am going to tell. Already you told. That's fine. You already shared Molly attendance form. Maybe later we're going to share.
Yes, it's after the session I will share.
Okay, that's fine.
As soon as the session will over, I will share.
It's almost going to over. I think Vignesh, it's over. No? You
Yes,
already covered.
it is over. I'm just waiting if they will ask for any queries, but they are very eager in group attendance.
Attendance, yes.
So students, if you have any query means please put it in the chat so I can explain it now. Otherwise, I guess you will be shared with one form. Is that form link is there, ma'am? Or
We cannot share here.
no,
in
not
the-
here.
Yeah.
Yes, same again in the group only, right?
Respective groups, yes.
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 So we will be sharing you one form. So in that you can able to fill that. If you have any query means you can put it in that form. So we will go through your queries, and in the next session before starting to the new topic, we'll answer to all your queries, the commonly asked queries. Then we will go to the session later. Okay. Okay, ma'am. I guess.
Chandasa, if you can conclude, I'm not sure if my voice is audible or it's low or what.
Yeah, now it's clear, Molly. One thing I'm going to tell. Now we were not sharing any WhatsApp, Telegram link. It's already divided. Now we are not going to share any group links. We will going to share attendance links and learning plans in your respective groups. You have to refer and you have to fill. You have to mark your attendance for today's session. And next week, Monday, same time, again you are having second mental led session. You have to attend for same time. If you are having second batch tomorrow, we will going to have second FAD session for tomorrow. And thank you all for joining today's mental health session. And now we are going to close. Thank you, Vignesh, for your wonderful brief session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
you
Monu,
all,
and
students.
thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.